Extreme early retirement. Financial independence, retire early. Retiring early, often known as FIRE, is a financial strategy that entails substantially cutting one's spending, saving a large percentage of one's income, and then investing the savings to retire earlier than one may otherwise be able to afford. This way of life is unconventional, and it is unrealistic to expect everyone to adopt it as their primary mode of subsistence. Despite this, we believe that an appreciable percentage of people might benefit from familiarizing themselves with the fundamental concepts of personal finance. Welcome to Savvy, where we have lots of practical wisdom to share. Hey, don't forget to hit the like button below, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more advice here on Savvy. Some people decided to retire before turning 40 years old. Most of them had the concept of retiring early to an early age, and as a result, they had already begun to save some money. After that, they started lowering their expenses, determining what was important to them, and allocating their funds accordingly. However, in the grand scheme of things, it took them at least 10 years, and maybe more than that, to truly accumulate enough money to retire early. If you look at it, this is quite extreme, especially for someone who might be raising a family. Many of these people started this financial path after finishing college, though many of them still have student debts, owe a small amount of money, or are still paying their loans. They are not highly buried under tons and tons of obligations. Many of these people are usually in good financial situations, but have some things they need to settle with financially. So, how can this be done? The first step that needs to be done was to get rid of all existing debts. Once these debts are already paid, everything will just get easier. From there, you can take a look at how your spending is going, and then you can decide what matters most and what you need to focus on. These things are the ones that need attention and money, and after that, you can quickly get rid of the expenses that are not that important and will not affect your life even if you remove them. Let's take, for example, the electricity bill. Many of you will agree that the electricity bill never brings joy in anyone's life. But you just cannot get rid of it. The best way to deal with this is to find ways to reduce it. You can make small changes, like replacing your bulbs with LED lights. The minor things you do can bring a lot of difference in your bills. From that, you can just snowball that effect on all the other accounts you have. For instance, when it comes to groceries, instead of spending money on the most expensive brands, thinking they are the best to use, you can go for more affordable but equally effective and quality brand names. Sometimes the price difference is minimal, but it makes a lot of difference, especially if you do them consistently. It is also more intelligent and more efficient to make everything from scratch instead of buying ready-made products. For example, when it comes to jams, you can purchase overripe fruits for lower prices and learn how to process them for your consumption. It will save you a lot of money instead of buying canned jams in the supermarket. Who knows? This might open a path for a business venture, and you just don't know it yet. There might be some people who see cutting back on expenses to be a little extreme. After all, it is also lovely to spend on things because you deserve it after working so hard. But if your goal is to retire early, despite being extreme, you still have to cut your expenditures. Now you might think, what about special occasions? Will it be wrong to spend on that? The answer is no. There's nothing wrong with spending on special occasions. Some people who manage to retire early by cutting back on their expenses were still able to find the best ways for their family to enjoy. These people do not deprive themselves of enjoyment, but tend to limit it so they will not have to spend so much. They still eat out for birthdays, anniversaries, or other special events, but only a couple of times a year. It's a little weird, but it is a choice you make if you intend on saving a lot of money. Another trick that helps, according to these people who retired early, is to not think of money as a solution to any problem. For example, when your bread toaster is already broken, many of you will just buy a new one. You can try fixing it if there's still hope. But the best solution would be to not buy a new one and instead toast your bread in a pan. One more helpful thing is to pay off your mortgage and car loans in advance. These are usually the ones that can drain your income. So if you finish all of these early, you can walk into retirement with a ton of assets and literally zero debt, which is an ideal situation. It is also a great plan to make sure that your money is put in fundamental and straightforward strategies, as this will increase the likelihood of a positive return. You will most likely desire something that is straightforward and doesn't require a significant investment of your time to complete it. Investing in exchange-traded funds or ETFs that track major indexes is a solid approach to accomplish this goal. Also, something that a lot of people should be prepared about retiring is the fact that the beginning of this path is not always smooth. It can be problematic because this will require you to make a significant lifestyle change. It is not just about cutting down expenses. It is about changing the life you are used to and preparing for the life you dream of. You go through many different feelings, and you have to deprogram yourself to understand that you don't have to do as much as you used to accomplish other things you enjoy doing. But the concept of retirement is something that people should talk more about. To be honest, we believe there is an absence of discussion on this, which is probably why a lot of people are retiring in old age. They are tired and unhappy. You should prepare for retirement, not just wait until it happens. One of the best things about retirement is not only because you are finally done with working, but because you now have all the time in the world to spend on things you want to do and experience. If you have a family, then it is now time to focus your life on them. And taking the path to FIRE might help you achieve your goals faster than you think. That's enough practical wisdom for today. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up below. We will be posting 4 to 5 videos per week, so click the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified of our new videos weekly. Thanks for tuning in. See you in the next video.